Okay. A little bit different. Getting like a real chocolate covered cherry vibe. A lot of wood taste, a lot of oaky taste. It's got a different mouth. And at the end, it's almost got like a green apple-y kind of that's a little bit more complex than I was thinking it would be. I like it. But you can definitely taste the oak, that's for sure. Ice cubes though. I'll be right back.
Hello.
Howdy.
What is happening?
Are we gonna have to come
What's
up with
happening is I said, hey.
Hey.
Are we gonna need to take up a collection for Joe Bob's new computer? Or?
He can handle it.
can sell one of them cars Cam didn't want.
Could you be a little bit more specific?
Cars. Yeah, looks like Discord. He's not in anything.
He gone.
I hope he gets it sorted out. That's a weird problem.
It feels like Baby Kennedy maybe got hold of some shit.
Could be. I haven't got to look at the whole bracket. How does it look, gentlemen?
I know. I think
We
Kentucky
definitely
might
got
be in the
worse.
weakest bracket.
Texas Tech is pretty tough.
All that shit. Team most likely to beat us until the Final Four anyway is us.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, if we come out playing like we did against Tennessee, we're going to be fine. If we come out playing like we did against
Texas A&M,
A&M or LSU, we're going to get beat. It's just the way it is. I mean,
if the team we face is physical from the very beginning, we're going to lose. We don't seem to know how to handle physical play.
well, I don't understand how we're getting out physicaled and committing less fouls. That's hard to rational, you know. And that's happened a couple of times.
Well, I was away. I wasn't home for the Texas A&M game, but I remember at one point looking at my phone and Dillingham, Reeves, and Shepard were all three on the bench, and they had more other player on the court.
Yeah, when Reeves had foul trouble, Dillingham was turning it over every other trip down the floor.
I was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem is Dillingham can be a liability, but he also scores points. We had starters who didn't score hardly any points.
Yeah. The bigs were completely worthless.
I think Big Z is a really good player in the right system, but I just don't think our system. I think we're at cross threads trying to work Big Z into our offense. I mean, the
We need a
faster
new
we go,
system.
the less effective he is.
Just need a new system.
Well, this is altogether new system from what we have had. They went and shoot threes and score points.
Well, it's working because we shoot the three well this year. I mean, that's been a huge improvement. I mean, I don't think it's the offense we're running. I think it's we got guys who can shoot the three at a elite level.
Yeah, the offense.
I mean, if we
very
weren't
good
hitting them,
for
we'd have to
most
stop
of
shooting them. I mean,
that is true. Joe Bob says he thinks he's making progress, but he's unsure.
thing is happening.
He's getting ready to get a call from India.
India. Holy
Well, I
cow,
like
that's a
those
lot of
guys.
D20s. Whose D20s are those?
That's
Always
the
wrong.
maximum you can do.
62, yeah.
I just wanted to see what effect I had on my dice. If you need more than 62 D20s, that's just too many.
Right.
That's that 10th level, or that 20th level wizard fireball. Oh, you beat me. Oh, I had 63.
How did you even get
Look
that?
at that.
Mine only goes up to 10.
You just got to keep left or right
Yeah, you just
clicking
pick up a D20 and just keep right clicking until you can't right click it anymore.
You can do 3, but it's the same number of rows and columns.
It's 7 or 9 rows of 7.
My right-clicking skills are deficient.
Better get that checked before
I
your
lose
server.
count. rolling out there. So, if anybody's tuning in, we were running a little behind. We got some technical issues from our resident barbarian, Edward Jide, or Joe Bob Greenslate.
That seems pretty fitting, though.
/
Yeah.
murder hobo.
Putting the murder in murder hobo.
Rev Raylan, did you get yourself your inspiration point for the journal? Fantastic job, by the way.
Did. Thank you.
Tip top, CJ.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
And I guess I could
Figured
go
I
ahead and
hadn't had
recap.
my turn, so I couldn't even give my reaction to what happened, honestly.
Did you not get a turn?
Nope. I ended up going last. Like, and that's what I was talking to Jared. I was like, I started a conversation asking if she killed Oglethorpe, and then everybody goes, and I, and then shit.
Well,
Um,
well,
I could have at least
held
tried
an
to
action.
trial lawyer her for a minute or something.
RNGesus giveth, RNGesus taketh.
I didn't do any of that. I just smiled.
And cajoled and
Well, you smiled until they killed her, right?
Yeah.
So I want to check in with everybody. That's quite the episode last week, as
As
it
good as
finally did
gets.
come to light that Stella did indeed off that old bastard Oglethorpe.
He's a son of a bitch, man.
he was.
And then Ack was
Good
so
fucking riddance, man.
distraught by, in his mind, failing yet again, and takes her life and his in the process. Jennifer was in tears, understandably so.
Sorry, Jennifer.
And I thought it was just an absolute fantastic session. Episode, so forth. How's everybody's character feeling and responding? We just want to wait till we get into gameplay here. Maybe we'll wait. So think about that. Think about how your character is reacting to this. And I think what we'll go ahead and do, I was going to wait. As the camera opens up in an aerial view of a large forest, birds are chittering and singing, calling to one another as they flit about the canopy of the forest. There's one bird, however, a large black raven that stands out amongst the small and colorful songbirds. We hear the pleasant gurgling of a nearby stream as we focus on a small ground has been established. A hut, perhaps more of a lean-to, is just under the eaves of the trees surrounding this clearing. And we see a small figure that appears to be sleeping in the grass. The morning dew has wetted his hair against his forehead as his eyes flutter open. The yawn and a stretch, the small figure rises and looks around. He wanders to one side of the clearing opposite the lean-to and begins tugging on what looks to be a rustic, simple pulley system. We hear the sound of water falling over rocks, a little louder now. And the pulley soon brings forth a bucket dripping with water. Why the small, dirty fellow wouldn't simply use his edge to fill his bucket is unknown. The halfling drinks deeply from the bucket and stops suddenly, looking around. The birds have gone quiet. This is very unusual. He looks all around the clearing and reaches for the small dagger on his belt. Before he can pull it free, a beautiful woman, dressed in the bright colors of the traveling people, steps out from behind his small hut. She smiles broadly. "Hello, friend," she says. It is a lovely morning. We see on the perimeter of the clearing a heavy mist has rolled in, seemingly out of nowhere. The halfling starts to respond to the visitor, but instead lets out a deep yawn. His eyes blink rapidly as he keeps them open. His hand falls. The woman and the mists draw closer. The halfling tries to step forward, but falls face first instead, deep asleep on the green grass. The mists close in. We are splashing, coughing, spluttering. The halfling feels wet, cold. No. This. He avoids the water at all costs. Back underwater he goes, longer this time. His lungs burn as he tries to hold his breath. His hands are bound, his feet are bound. What is happening? His head breaks above the surface as he is pulled up, and he inhales deeply. A flash of color in his eyes. It's the woman. She is smiling at him. You have been summoned. She pulls away and smiles at him again. What an incredible honor for you to be chosen. He sees something special in you. The halfling looks confused. What is this woman talking about? Who is she? How is she bound? How has she bound him? Why is she doing this? Being pushed back underwater again. He struggles in vain, trying to break free from her grasp. To no avail. Bound and drowned. Fucking water. He hates the fucking water. He can hold his breath no longer. Is this what she felt like at the end? He finally opens his mouth as the air escapes his lungs. And with one last deep inhalation, water fills his lungs. Darkness.
I love
We'll
this
come back
game.
to that in a little bit.
I love this game.
But the little hobbit's name is Willen.
Maybe.
That's great.
T. Willen.
That was
Great
great.
job. Did you write that, Jared, or
I did.
someone else?
I wrote that.
Incredible.
Great job.
Well, thank you.
Bottle cap.
Hey, all right, bottle cap.
Don't give him.
That's two for Jared. No more.
Woohoo!
He can only have two if we can
Only
only
have
have
to
two.
get.
Oh, I've got a special slot on my screen.
Yeah.
Those hotkeys down at the bottom. I've got everyone with a bottle cap.
Got 12 bottle caps.
So, Joe Bob is about to snap his computer in half. I'm pretty sure Cameron's got a machine.
I need him to play tonight.
I bet she doesn't
Yeah.
let him use it.
Says he's in the Discord.
Are you in here, Joe Bob?
I need you to play
Says he's
tonight,
using his
JB.
phone, but it's muted.
I'm here.
What?
Is that you or is that Kennedy or the baby?
That's
That's-
Kennedy. I'm just
Jody.
fixing my computer.
Jody.
That's Jody right there.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it's Jody. Jody, yeah.
Oh shit. So I take it you're not up and running yet, right? Can you use Cam's computer?
I think I'm getting closer.
Getting closer. Okay. Well, did you hear any of that? And are you up to speed?
The end of it.
Okay.
Wonderful, by the way. It really
Well,
was.
Thank you. So,
Done some top-notch role play and writing lately. Really, I mean, powerful. You know.
well,
movie.
we're I don't want to toot our own horns, but we're pretty big fucking deals, and I think we're good at this. I think we're good at this game we play. This little thing we call make believe. I think we did all right.
Except
We're
for
getting
Joe
better.
Bob's computer.
except for some of the
Yeah.
technical issues that we have, and sometimes our inability to
Draw
wrangle
circles.
fantasy grounds.
I plan on
draw
winning D
circles.
and D this time.
I think you got as good a shot as it. You made the field.
As long as we have enough backup characters, I think we can do
So
it.
tell us about Oathbreaker's upcoming race.
Yeah, Thursday, baby.
Well, okay, we can talk about that too if you want. Thursday, going to be down at New Orleans, the fairgrounds. I almost said the fantasy grounds, so that'd be fun. And been training well. The big thing about Oathbreaker is he's a horse that's going to need to go longer. Mile and a 16th, mile and an eighth, probably to be his best. So this is going to start now. Just a place to get him started, get a little more fitness into him, get the experience for him, and hopefully he runs well. And what we want to see is him running hard at the end, passing tired horses.
All right. To the uneducated horse racing fans out there, you said he needs to be in a longer one, like at a mile and an eighth, mile and a quarter, or whatever. And you said this race is 6 furlongs. How long?
Of a mile.
3/4 of a mile.
Each furlong is 1 mile.
Gotcha.
So you're kind of using this as a breeze. So a race is as good as 5 breezes or 5 works. So this will just get him a little more fit and have him ready when he comes up to Kentucky in the end of this month or 1st of April.
So I was looking at. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, Ben.
I was looking at the betting sheet here, and he has never done 6 furlongs. Is that true?
Yeah. He's never run, so he's never.
Well, I mean, I've seen
He's
in his
never done
workouts. In his workouts, he's done 5, right? He's never done 6.
5, and normally you wouldn't work more than 5 furlongs ahead of a 6 furlong race, typically.
So to be fair, you don't know what he's going to do in that last furlong.
Right. Well, but but they're never running as fast in a work as they are in a race.
Yeah.
So what he does, you'll see in those updates that I send out, we talk about a gallop out or a strong gallop out. So that just means he's still running, hard, but he's not running all out, but he's still running hard. And, that gallop out might go, if he works 5 furlongs, he might gallop out 3 additional furlongs.
I see.
So he's still putting in the distance and longer distance, but he's just not, going as hard as he would be.
I tried to find the race on twinspires.com, but they don't seem to have anything listed on Thursday from the fairground.
They probably don't. Do they have anything on Thursday yet?
Well, they do have some. I mean, they don't have. They do have some different courses and times, but they didn't have the fairgrounds out.
Fairgrounds it's owned by Churchill, and Churchill owns Twin Spires.
So expect it to show up. I wanted to put a little money down on it.
Sure.
I'm going to, for sure. I'm going to put a big $2.
$2.
Well,
across the board.
The horse's nose.
A $6 bet? Stand back.
$6 bet.
Why New Orleans, Jared?
That's just where we sent him for the winter.
Okay.
His always goes for the winter. So
okay.
That's just where he's been.
Well, you could have been down there visiting him.
Yeah, I didn't.
He didn't read his updates clearly because we mentioned the
taking
fairgrounds.
Him some beignets
all the time.
Chicory.
Well, I did read the fairgrounds, but I didn't know. I wasn't sure until recently that was synonymous with New Orleans. That was the fairgrounds. I thought that might be a local colloquialism.
Nope.
I would probably. I would. I don't know if I could, but I would think about going down there. But I am actually coming to Lexington on Thursday. So.
Yeah, we can't make it down. I was trying to make it work, but we're going down to my sister's for the weekend. So.
Is that a quote unquote medical conference in Lexington?
No, it's I'm meeting up with some buddies from back in the day.
Okay.
He's having a penis reduction surgery.
Again? First one didn't take.
Still too big.
Got all excited and messed up all the work. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here while Joe Bob continues to. He's
Joe Bob, get your ass in, man.
So
Come on,
I have not heard Jen's voice. Is Jen with us tonight?
She's muted in chat, but
I think she wants.
Yeah, I'm in chat.
She
hey,
wants
Jen.
to James.
How soon Jennifer and James are actually playing again is going to depend on a lot of choices that you guys make
Okay.
going forward here. So,
Well, we got Tut to play 2 characters at once, basically, so it shouldn't take too
How do
long.
I get to play too?
I was just saying Oglethorpe wasn't technically fully dead before we brought out Rathskeller.
Oh, I haven't been able to reach him though. I've asked him. He says I can't do anything with him.
So we will pick up with where we left off last week as Aklis cradling Stella on the step of Van Richten's tower. And they have both breathed their last breath.
Question.
Answer.
Are we in initiative order for like what we want to do, speak, all that kind of stuff?
We are actually. I promised Mr. Reverend Raylan.
Yes, because he didn't
that
get
I
to
would
go. That
allow
was the
him
whole
to
thing.
act first.
Yep, that was the
this
whole
week.
thing.
Yep. So, Reverend Raylan, what would you like to do?
Honestly, I would just scream out, Aklis, what have you done? And run over, mumble some words, and I glow red like I always do, and I reach down and kind of touch both of them, and why is this healing not working? What do we do? Do you want me to? I can bring them back. Look around to the party, desperate for some sort of guidance. She did not deserve this. She had so much life in her, and he had. What have you done? He just said to Salim we want to talk and discuss, and then that will be it.
Okay.
You look over at Rathskeller, and he's kind of like sitting with his knees pulled up to his chest, and his teeth are chattering. He's trying to stay warm, and he looks over to you and he smiles and he nods his head to you, like, do what you got to do.
Okay, so I want to take us out of initiative order here, but it's not everybody jump in all at once.
Can I extend and say one more thing after Rathskeller says something?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything. I just nodded at you.
He smiled at you.
Oh, well.
He just smiled at you and nodded his head like, do what you got to do. He was insinuating like, but he is smiling with those piercing eyes at you. He's looking directly at you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Aklis made a decision for, I do not understand. What? We all know this, but do I bring him back and make him answer for what he has done too? Is everyone who's a murderer just automatically death sentence here?
Oh, through the screams in the distance, you hear as Reverend is asking about this and that. You see a big, just large hand come over and grab his wrist, and just hairy, just looking like Robin Williams' knuckles. And he says, I believe the party spoke for the fate of Stella. And as for Aklis, he chose his fate. We can let the fall from here.
I do not believe the party did choose. I believe one had made his decision and took action into his own hands, just like Stella did to Oglethorpe. He tortured and killed her, and she got her revenge. This is the same thing.
I'm going to let you guys direct this for now. So does anybody else want to jump in? Y'all?
Just shocked. Come up here and just look over him. Can I tell exactly what Aklis did? He didn't really explain anything to anybody, right?
Give me a medicine
He
check.
saw them both drink and asked about the.
Then he started singing a song, and that was it.
Right.
That's all we saw. and they both died. So it's obvious. I think it'd be
I guess I
obvious
could-
it was poison.
Yeah.
but-
Just it doesn't
Sure.
check.
Guess I could add guidance to it.
All right.
I mean, you see, you know, there's like
Well, I
a
mean,
little bit of
if it's a poison, would it?
like
There's some blue. Yeah.
foam and spittle coming out of the sides of both their mouths, and the open water skin is there beside. It's quite clear that poison was at work, but what the mechanism of action was, you don't know. Celine?
So,
I was just sitting here thinking. Salim is still leaned against this trailer or
Still
cart.
kind of in the midst of your existential crisis.
Winnebago.
He's still he notices he saw all this happen. He says, I am not saddened to see her go. Aklis is a different matter. Maybe this is how we heal. Maybe this is how we unify. And then he just drops his head back down.
Okay.
or maybe he knew that I could bring them back, and he was making a point, saying, "Hey, we take her life to back, and then it will be okay." Salim, you are going through things, and you of all people understand having the opportunity to redeem yourself for past actions. Give her that chance instead of just taking her life. She has helped us
Raylan,
in so
you
many
know
ways
her
and
life
saved
was
that
already
child.
forfeit.
Forfeit.
Sometimes it's better to just let it go.
She has so much life. She has been nothing but abused and such, and we did continue to do the same and berate her. I can't. You guys are becoming the monsters that Strahd are. It seems like you just everybody who we have means to bring people back and they can improve and do better. I can speak with Dead and ask her. We can ask her questions. We can say, do you have? Will you betray our trust? Are you to bother to get in our way? Like we have ways to ask questions, but you guys are all bloodthirsty.
We couldn't trust her when she's alive. How are we gonna trust her when she's dead?
Little gem that she gave to us when she got us payment, or she took a stupid little bone saw. He never needed it for anything in particular. Like she took small things from people, a hairbrush, big whoop.
Is a life a
Big
small thing to you?
I don't know
Big
if you're
whoop.
a window licking fucktard. But
What?
last time
What?
I just heard fucktard. That's all I heard.
What?
he came up with, I don't know if you're some type of window licking fucktard. But last time I checked, she killed one of her party, and then he's just gonna give them a tumbo finger. and
So did you.
scroll. I didn't.
She killed the party member who had killed her. I mean, and constantly was demeaning her and saying awful things, and I don't understand how none of you can understand this, that from her point of view she was tortured by Victor. This other wizard then tortures her. What else is she to think? To defend herself against a magician who can blow up a house than to take him out when he has no magic. It makes complete logical sense. I don't condone it, but it makes complete sense. And for you to be incensed by this enough to murder her, she's an 20, however old child. She's a kid who has never learned any better. You know who her parents were, what her family was. No path to redemption is ridiculous. And if none of you can see that, I don't know what to do with any of you. Arena would be so disappointed with all of you.
At that point, little Wadsworth pops out of Atlas's
Oh.
shirt pocket.
Oh.
And he takes a few. You can like hear him like kind of
Explodes.
Little tears of motor oil.
And he powers down. And
Oh.
functions no more.
Oh.
Shadow.
Shadow is going to address Reverend and say, I was fooled by Stella as well and gave her the benefit of the doubt, but she has professed that she is in league and indeed friends with Strahd. And anyone who is an ally or friendly with Strahd, I cannot abide. He is not part of our party. They are not part of our party. He is our primary enemy, and anyone who has sympathies, death is the only. As for Aklis, he chose his way.
Do you think this stunted child knows anything else? This is the only person, whether it is Strahd or not, has just out abusing her. She thinks he's her friend. Do you think anybody here has ever done anything for her? She was locked in a room. She was abused. She was sold. What do you think the first person to ever do anything to you, how you would think of them? Aklis and I defended her. Guess what? She was close to us, and she did. I like. Yes, he is evil incarnate, but the fact that he could just pat her on the head, as she says, and was just nice to her. Someone who has never met or ever had that before, of course, would assume he is a friend. She waved at him. We all believed her complete sincerity. We can ask her again. We can speak to her deadness and say, are you actually working with Strahd, or is it just, this person was nice to you? I don't. She is not evil. You never sense evil from her. We've sensed evil all around us all the time, Sadim. It never once came from her direction. Misguided. How about we treat her how to show her how to be treated and treat others? This is not the way to do that. Just to murder her.
Rathskeller.
Rathskeller, he sees Jad walk up, and then he kind of slides up the wall, pushes his knees up the wall, and he looks at him with a smile, and he comes down to here, and then he climbs upon the step, and he kind of steps on Aklis's wing, just nonchalantly, like not even caring, and then he goes over to Stella, and he looks down at her, and he just shakes his head, and then he looks back at Jide, and he goes in to here. Well, first he says, before he goes in there, he's like, I'm breathing. I'm going to let the family squabble it out here while I go inside and warm up. If anyone wants to chaperone me, feel free. I understand how you feel at this moment, but I've had enough of this. And he goes just into this little area right there.
Okay.
He looks at Jad before he goes over there, like, hey, if you want to talk.
All right. Anybody want to jump in before I hand it back to Raylan?
I'll go. So y'all will drop down, kind of looking over Aklis. Aklis went out on his own terms. That's much better of a death than any of us could really give him, or that these lands would really even provide. If he wants to come back, the mists will let him. Stella, on the other hand, don't know if she has that same possibility. I think there are still questions I have for her. He's just gonna stand there, kind of looking over. You can go ahead, Raylan.
Will any of you, if I bring her back, will any of you strike me down? Will you just then strike her back down? What goes from here? What resistance am I going to get from you? He was talking to the gods and then did not come back. So his choice has been made. Aklis chose to do what he did, but soon help me. I cannot let somebody with such life to live stay dead. I can't. I can't do it. Whether she does not stay with our party is one thing, but I need to know from you what.
As Jide walked in there, he just kind of looked over at all of them, or the party, mostly laying there, and just shake, like someone just shake his head, just the disappointment, like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed type thing that you hear as a kid.
Oh,
It's 10 times worse than.
that's the worst. Yeah, for your mom and dad.
Oh yeah,
But
I use that on my boys all the time.
So you're saying you're disappointed with Rev?
Yes.
That's what you're getting at. Okay, all right.
But you're not saying anything
Really,
as far as my question.
He's not saying. He's not. I'd say the kind. Yeah, mostly Revlin. Revlin.
Good
Rev.
lord,
Christ.
man. Get the fucking
No.
cum out of your mouth, dude.
Yes.
Salim pushes himself up and he walks over to Raylan and he places his hand on his shoulder. Reverend, I am looking to you for guidance right now. So far be it for me to second guess you. I will stand with you. If you bring her back, stand with you. Soon be praised. And when he says that, it's like the words just feel wrong in his mouth. The sentiment feels right, but the words feel wrong, and he just not sure how to deal with that.
Thank you, Salim. That means a lot. And they are walking inside. So, Shadow. And I
Shadow,
looked
real
at
quick.
him.
Yep.
He's just gonna address Reverend again and say, if you would speak to the dead, that is your purview. And if you bring her back, I would have her renounce Strahd emphatically. There can be no leeway.
And if she does not, you will kill her instead of we can just send her away.
I will kill all allies to Strahd and any other vampire.
So,
if we are not here to combat Strahd and his allies, then why are we here?
but does what I have said not mean anything to you? The fact that she knows no difference and just a friend is not.
I will give her the chance to renounce him, and she may. I will make a compromise with you. Rather than killing her, I will allow her to leave our party and go where she will, even to Strahd, if that is what she wishes. But she may not share our campfire if she is not willing to renounce Strahd.
I can possibly, I think maybe live with that. It is, kind of like if Strahd gave a baby a lollipop and then you would threaten to kill the child if he said, no, I don't, I like Strahd. He's nice.
I was thinking of the lollipop, yes, but I didn't want to say it.
She is a child, and I do not understand your absolutes. But I also understand that we have to move. I do not trust Rathskeller. I have trusted you. You have shown your allegiance and everything. And Jide.
My word is my bond. If you
I
need to know what I have to think, you may ask me and I will tell you forthrightly. You need not fear. I will not deceive you.
Well, I thank you very much. And I'll roll an insight on that.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, he is saying how trustworthy he is, and he will tell the
I
truth.
know.
I don't
I
know
think it's
exactly.
awesome. I think it's awesome. I think it's
He
real.
seems very truthful and honest to you.
Yep. Yep. I mean, he's shown nothing else. It's just one of
Yep.
those, and I'm just kind of like rubbing my hands through my hair, just being like, I don't know why everybody is so just super absolute. So, she saved the child when she could have done, if she was working with Strahd, she could have taken us out many times. We were at death's door, and she still tried to help us and save us. I think as long as we do not put her in any corners, she will not strike out. If you would like, I can wait and we can get some rest, and I can prepare the spell, and we can prepare speak with dead if we want to do that as well before we bring her back. What I want to be prudent as far as the group goes. I do not want to make decisions for everyone, but I will say I will bring her back no matter what. But I do not think that she, like you said, if she does not renounce, then we can send her on her way. I mean, I feel that will also be a mistake. If she is a sponge to accept water, we do not want that stagnant water of Strahd to be the one to fill her up. I probably could have said a bucket instead of a sponge, but
Play pop, sponges, buckets.
Oh my.
Speak to the dead, if you will, cleric.
all right.
Okay. So, real quick, you've got 3 dead bodies here. Jide and Raskill are gone inside, I assume, to call it a day. They're gonna. What are you guys gonna do? You're just gonna lay them out? You're gonna take them inside?
Or if you count Wadsworth.
4 if you count
I'm not taking
Wadsworth.
them inside.
Not taking them inside. Okay.
I will pick up Ackles and take him inside.
Okay. What about Oglethorpe?
Dead bodies inside. We're not going to bury them.
Oglethorpe as well. I would, unless somebody else wants to do it, I would pick him up as well.
You're taking them inside instead of burying them.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to bury him right this minute. I mean, I advocate that we bury them before we leave the tower, but I don't know that we would bury them right this minute.
Yeah, I mean, you're wanting to speak to dead, right? Do you have
Well,
it prepared, or do you?
I have it prepared, and I used it on Oglethorpe once. I've only got one 3rd level spell left, so one can bring her back. One can do speak with dead. It's one of those. If I take a nap, I can bring her back whenever.
Right.
But I'm not leaving. I'm not taking her inside. I'm in fact going to.
Well, your spells won't work inside, right?
Be a minute though. If we're not going inside, I'm gonna stay right there.
I mean, yeah, you guys can go inside. I'm staying with her.
Okay.
And I would ask y'all and Salim, would you mind watching over me as I rest and get my spells back to be able to? Y'all, do you have to speak with dead? Could you do this?
I do actually.
You have it prepared.
Prepared. Nope.
Now, are you going to let him take Oglethorpe and Ackles in, or do you want them to you as well?
I mean, I would start burying them. I mean, we can't bring Oglethorpe back. I've tried, and he's gone. They decided, Ackles made his choice, and I'm actually okay with that. Soon, he's an older fella, and he made his choice. To me, she just has this full life and choices to make, and
he digs her. It's okay.
No, Arena is my, and that I guess that's one thing I want to explain to the party. It's one of those. I do not want anybody thinking this is out of any specific reason other than to add life to the world, and I think she would be helpful.
With my seed.
I know we all loved Arena, and I have never loved anybody more. She is the epitome of what Soon preaches. She is like Soon's avatar on Earth. the red hair, the most beautiful person I've ever seen. That when I think of Soon, I had now picture Arina's face. So I when I was young, there were many ladies. Not trying to boastful here. It's just
Humble brag.
I
Bow chicka bow.
fell in love very often, and it was always genuine. Was intrigued by these women, and some of them, one thing led to another. I had hurt one or two damsels that they were more in love than I at the time, and I felt some shame. But in finding Soon in this Druid enclave and seeing others sharing and being so just open and not needing there was no hurt there. It was nothing but joy. And so, but since I've been here in Barovia, I have to rely on that wellspring of love that I've taken in from my teachings. I was almost inspired enough to go down a druid path at one point, and I do remember my studies and has inspired me to possibly further extend those studies. But I'm rambling here. Just
So
want
you're
to
taking
say
the bone saw.
no, right?
So
Out of game though, I think Steven hit on something earlier. Were you going to bring her back with what spell?
I mean, Steven
Revivify
hit it.
or?
Well, yeah, metagaming, it would have to be Revivify. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
the creature
You
has
can
to.
have to do it in a minute.
It's a creature that has
Well,
died within the last minute.
Cast-
So if you wait too long, you can't use it.
Everything's good here.
Okay.
Okay.
all right. So if
I just need to know. Okay, so are we burying him back? You tried to talk to him. Nothing's happened. Are you going to bury Oglethorpe?
I would like to.
I think so.
Well, we remember what happened the last time we buried someone.
No.
Their shroud appeared in a different place with the body gone.
With a bloody stake through its heart.
Well, that was because we ended up seeing that, didn't we?
Yeah.
So maybe burial is not the way to go, but a funeral pyre.
That was a. Who did we see? We saw Miroslav, right?
It was Miroslav, presumably.
Right, but we ended up fulfilling that prophecy. Like we saw that in a vision thingy when we were walking, and then after he died, the shadow was there, and then Shadow is the one that wanted to stake him before we buried him. So that was a self-fulfilling prophecy. We saw it in a vision first, and then we did it.
Yeah, you can bury him, you can stake him, you can burn him, you can chop his head off, whatever you guys want to do.
I'm saying that we saw that body staked first, and that was a vision. So that's one of those I didn't even know.
I'm just talking about the fact that the body disappeared.
Did we have a bag of holding? I think with the dead body.
No,
we saw y'all before Miroslav died, and we saw the shroud after.
Yes. Okay. But it was a burial hole someplace else, not the same place. It was another place. Yeah.
Right.
It was on the road.
Just leery of that. That's.
Yeah. I think Oglethorpe would probably want to be buried next to Aklis. I think he'd find that.
Okay.
Upsetting.
Since he revenged his murder.
All right, so
I guess I would like to discuss with y'all and the Shadow and Salim about being around to do the question. I can speak with the dead.
Real quick, are you going to do anything else with Aklis and Oglethorpe? Just burying them, or are you going to do anything else?
I'm
not
going to
bury them
stake
in
their heart
prairie.
when we bury them,
You're going to
unless we do something other than bury them. If somebody wants to argue for something other than burial, now's the time.
Why do you stake them all?
Because I want to ensure that they don't come back undead as someone we don't recognize. This is my custom from the Great Wars back many years ago when I was what is referred to in the first edition as the fighting man.
I like it.
I thought it was because Miroslav was a vampire, not because. Can nobody come back if they have a stake? I mean, they're dead, so they can't be brought back as vampires, correct?
His backstory.
Well, I
This
mean,
is what we did back in the day.
Right, but I would like to not be staked if I die. I don't want you staking me in the heart. That's
Back in my day, we staked everyone to die.
that would be defiling my beautiful corpse, and I wouldn't appreciate it.
Well, we'll be sure to speak with. It's okay.
Yeah.
If you would like to create a legal document specifying
Our scribe is
your
dead.
preferences,
Our scribe is dead.
now's the time.
Where's the Sormo when I need him?
Boy, God, we could use him, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Boy, God, Jade is Zormo.
So I can use the Pearl of Power to get a 3rd level spell back. So I can bring him back and do Speak with Dead both.
Okay.
But I was gonna figure out whether we wanted to rest and get our stuff back before we do it, or do we just want to go ahead and? Y'all,
Yeah, I
do
don't
you guys
know.
have any questions?
I don't know. Don't know how I would feel if we brought her back right before we take another long rest when she killed somebody else.
Yeah.
But questioning her beforehand might
And
ease
licked the
some
bloody knife.
tension. But yeah, I think that we're going to leave the maybe the revivify or bring back tomorrow.
Well, you
But
would be
I'd
the
definitely
only.
like to ask.
Okay, we can ask questions now, but
Yeah.
I don't know that I would trust anybody. I would want to. I need my spells back, so I'll need to rest. But I don't know, other than you and Salim, I don't know who I would trust to not just take her body and horrible to it.
Real quick,
Oh.
on this, you mentioned the Pearl of Power. You aren't attuned to that, are you? Didn't you just recently get that back?
Well,
Yeah,
we got
you
it
need
while
rest.
we were doing our. Yeah, if we didn't take a full night's rest, then yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, you got that after we even left the tower.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep. All right.
Yeah, we didn't get any rest.
Yeah, so yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can still speak with the dead and wait till tomorrow to revivify. I
Forgot I could just technically tiny hut it. She wouldn't be able to get in or out.
I am pulling all of Atlas's materials over onto the party sheet real quick.
I'm pretty sure he said, "Everyone, just help yourselves to these
the
magic
infused
items."
stuff will not. That basically that has to be done every day, correct? So that's just going to be
Which one?
regular.
Which one?
The infused spear, the infused armor.
Yeah,
that
that's
all goes
all
away.
goes away. There's a regular spear, regular armor. The Granny's Pies is not there. I took that out of the inventory.
No, it was there when I just pulled it out.
It's there, but I just clicked the remove it from.
Okay.
Just in case I needed it, add it back.
Gotcha.
There's some silvered weapons here, guys, if anybody needs them.
We also have Oglethorpe's possessions. Are you going to take Oglethorpe's possessions? So here I'm gonna we'll deal with them. So Atlas had crowbars. He's got some pitons, pythons, whatever you say. God, I got to do those. I'm not going to do it. His poisoner's kit, potion of greater healing, potion of healing, ring of protection, hempen rope, scale tools, and several elixirs. So let me get all this.
I assume everybody wants that ring of protection. I don't I mean, metagaming, I don't know what you intend to do about his magic items when he brings in a backup.
I will let you guys figure out what you guys want to do with these things.
I'm sure Raylan will steal them.
Bastard.
Coming from a thief.
See, he found them just
Yes.
like you guys do when you
Oh, shut
bodies.
up.
It's the same thing. It's no
It
different.
is not. You are
It is
not cursing
no
our fire
different.
and you stole it
All
from a
right.
dead body and went to run away. It's not the same thing.
I didn't steal it from a dead body. I did exactly what you guys do to a dead body that you don't know. You just take it.
All right.
Finders keepers, man.
Yeah.
Protection that's of high value.
Pushing a greater healing, right?
There's some potions of healing. There's some elixirs he's got. There's the merry-go-round that Blinsky made for him.
Oh, that's got to be good.
Oglethorpe has a bag of sand, a crystal orb. He's got the potions of healings, Victor's spellbook, a will and deed, cloak of protection.
Got that. I've got the cloak of protection right
Giant
now.
strap on. I guess there's 3 total spell books. Is that correct?
Yes, there's well his spell book and Magnum Opus, and then there's the yellow book that they got from the Hell House or Death House, whatever it's called, and then Victor's spell book.
I think Stella had one of his books too.
It might have been the yellow one. There's no way you could have had Opus because he could have just teleported it right back to him. So.
Or did you take Victor's spellbook, maybe?
Again?
She
The Ring of
swiped one of
Protection.
his
I mean, that's a hot item.
I want to roll for it.
Yeah.
Backup character. Backup character.
And the pearl power that's on Oglethorpe's sheet is the one that Reverend has.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
got
that
it on your sheet already?
His backup character should get his stuff, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, that is a metagaming issue. How do we want to manage that problem?
Just role play it out when time comes, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Well, I mean, part of it's going to be what Jared gives the backup character to me.
Yeah, I mean, now if he doesn't give him anything, then yeah. Rascal didn't have anything, man.
At the moment, everything is in the party sheet.
Shadowy there.
You do notice that as you take Victor's spellbook and put that in the bag, because didn't I give you guys a bag of holding?
Not that I'm aware of. There's a small bag of sand.
Was the other game I gave a bag of holding?
You did not give us a bag of holding.
Okay. I thought Van Richten gave you guys a bag of holding.
Oh, we had a bag of holding.
Yeah, I floated Victor's body.
Boy, I don't remember that.
Tensor's floating disc.
I thought when he was handing out all those silver weapons and stuff, I thought I gave you guys a bag of holding, because I told you that the bag kept pulling a bunch of stuff out of the bag.
I remember that. Okay. I mean, I'm happy to take a bag of holding if you got one, but I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't remember it either.
The big, see, Stella's got, I'm not going to do just all the regular stuff, the ball bearings and all that. But she's got the silver rapier, the bone saw, gold bracelet, hairbrush.
I don't think I'd let everybody start stealing her shit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have her body over by me.
That's because you're going to steal it.
And she does have the yellow spellbook.
You little bitch! You stole my yellow spellbook too? Man.
Damn thieving priest.
Stella, I love you. She's the best
As
character
you are burying Oglethorpe and you're taking his stuff to distribute, every time you grab his main spell book, the one that he referred to, the one that he talked to at times and referred to as Opus, every time you take it and put it around, and it ends up right back in Oglethorpe's arms.
Cut his arms off and take him with us.
We should just bury it with him.
Just carry around Oglethorpe's arms.
Yeah.
I'm Umlo.
But yeah, you can take everything essentially except his spell book. It will not leave him. It will not leave him.
Oh, she's got it already.
Well, she already had that, yeah.
Well, it's back on Oglethorpe. So they're buried. Their stuff is in the sheet, and Stella is outside. Who's staying outside with Raylan and Stella?
I will.
Well, I took one thing off. I don't know if anybody else knew this, but I had Aklis make me some sunglasses to where you couldn't see the red eyes, so therefore I do not get disadvantage on all my checks.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
remember that discussion at all.
Canon. It's
He
canon.
was tinkering on it for a long time.
I assume you bury. Wadsworth with Aklis.
No, I would want a reminder that we can be betrayed by even the sweetest of souls.
Okay.
You gonna take that, James?
Wadsworth?
Jeez, man.
I'm dead. I'm sorry, I'm dead. I'm dead. Aklis did what he thought he needed to do.
Mhm.
So you make no attempt. Okay, so no attempts made to bring back Aklis. I'm going to take him off the party sheet. I'm going to take Oglethorpe off the party
He
sheet.
is with the mists to do what he chooses.
Yep. And so who's going inside? Who's staying outside? I know y'all. You said you're staying outside. I'm going to put you over here. Shadow, Salim, what are you doing?
Salim is
I will
staying
stay
outside.
outside.
Okay.
We would need to discuss the questions that we would like to ask. No one just shout them out because we only get 5. We want to make sure that we get our answers.
What became of that ring of protection? Is it still in the party sheet, or did?
We rolling?
Check your text. Check your
You
text.
can do rollies.
We'd let Rothscaler have it, but I'm happy to keep the peace and everybody roll.
We can roll. I mean, I'm still in the
shit,
party, whether you
Jai.
guys,
Look
I
at
mean,
that.
we can
I
figure
know.
out a way that he can get it.
Yeah,
Fucking Jide's going to get it.
looks like I'm not going to get it.
Who rolled the nat 20?
Jide.
Jide.
Yeah, I
He
can't.
ain't even out here.
Eat shit.
All right.
I didn't want it in here.
So he's got a cloak and a ring now. Goddamn, he is stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Do those stack? I know in previous versions of the game they did not stack.
I do not know.
They stack in this one.
They didn't.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I can Google it real quick,
Okay.
but
So ask Raskeller and Jide, are you guys staying in the tower while they speak with Dead?
Rascal's gonna look at Jad and just kind of nod inside, and he's gonna go over here behind this.
Okay.
And with his disappointment, Jide will step in through the curtain.
Okay.
with his disappointment with the rest of the party.
Yep, I'm with you. Bless you.
Sorry. Thank you.
All right. You cast Speak with Dead. You may ask your questions. Jennifer, you will answer for Stella. And I have no idea what he's going to ask. I have no idea what you're going to answer. So you just play.
Always do.
Well, I'm not going to cast it until we talk to our party and see what kind of questions we want to ask. But
I want to renounce Strahd as her friend and ally.
And what she knows about or from Strahd, if anything. Other than that, we got 3 more, which would consist of if we bring her back, can we trust her within the party?
well, I was thinking, will you betray our trust? Is a big question.
Right.
Do you wish this party any harm? That's a question.
Those are some solid questions.
Are you purposely trying to cause,
Distrust.
discord in the party?
When you say pussy, is it double entendre or unintentional?
Yeah. I
I
didn't
think we
say
should
that.
open with that one.
Double entendre.
So I'm debating I'm debating CJ whether Raylan would ask about the renouncing of Strahd, because I don't think it's a fair question to ask somebody who is, and if that's his hard line. I'm trying to think of.
I will remind Stella that a creature, a dead soul, dead being, questions in this does not have to speak the truth. They can lie, they can obfuscate, they can refuse to. I guess they have to answer the questions, but they don't have to be honest in their answers.
Perfect. Why start now?
That is correct, right? I'm not making that up. I'm pretty sure that's the way that spell
That
works.
is correct. Yep. Yep. All right. Okay. I don't. Well, did you move me on the other side? I don't. Can we not do that? I don't want the shadow. Yeah, I don't want the shadow to be right next to Stella. I wanted her where she was and us surrounding her over there, just in case.
So where do you want? Where do you want her?
I just want to make sure, because if he hears the answer, no, I won't renounce, and he tries to take a swing at her, I'm gonna be trying to get in the way.
You want to be here? Or do you want to be?
I want, yeah, right there. And then Stella goes above me, next to y'all, and then Celine was right next to me on the right.
Okay.
So Stella has to answer any questions. She can't ask any questions, but can she answer a question with a question?
That's how it gets you.
I think you have to answer the question, but
I'm going to leave it to you.
And is there like a minimum of what she can say when she answers the question?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's in the
So
Twitter.
the only rule is you have to answer it.
You have to answer the question. You can lie, you can cheat, you can steal, all the good shit.
Says it can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that's happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events.
Does it know that it's dead?
Yes, I think you do know you're dead.
can't learn new information. Yeah.
Just might want to put the text of the spell in the chat box.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what fucking happens.
Okay.
All right. I cast Speak with Dead.
Okay.
Do you, Stella, do you wish this party any harm?
No.
Will you betray our trust?
Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this immediately each time.
Sure. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
No.
17 on the no.
Okay. Stella, you may roll in the tower a
I
either
need to
deception or
get in there.
persuasion.
I'm not in the
Oh, you're not
game.
in Fantasy Grounds? Here, I will roll it for
No.
you. How
I
about
can
that?
get in there.
Okay.
Maybe
Got it up, yeah.
if I can get my computer.
And just do either persuasion or
A heartbeat
deception.
is so suspenseful.
You want me to do? I'm sorry. The
Persuasion or perception. So if you are lying,
No, deception, not
deception.
perception. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Deception.
Deception.
Yeah.
So lying,
If you're not,
deception.
Don't
If
tell
you are
us.
telling the truth, do persuasion and roll
In
in
the
the
tower.
tower, and I will just tell you the number.
okay. And why is my
Bump looks like.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I love this sounds.
and you want me to do it in the tower?
In the tower, yeah, because otherwise they can see if you're being deceiving or
Or
Telling the truth.
Yeah. So Rev and Salim beat the roll. You text me if you're telling them the truth or not. That's it. You guys, you believe that she is telling you the truth and that she does not mean this.
damn it. I should have been like, that includes Jai. I get kill this party, not this party, like this party. Second question.
She seems sincere, Reverend.
Will you betray
I
our
believe her.
trust? I do too.
I'm a cat. How many cats do you trust?
Only the ones in my Kung Pao chicken.
That's great.
Tell you what, my cat tries to kill me every day when I'm coming down the steps. It's freaking crazy, man.
Okay, do you want to do any kind of a check on that?
I don't know.
I don't know what a check what a check could give you that she hadn't already said forthrightly.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you kill us if Strahd asked you to?
Not you, my pet.
Not you, my pet. Any kind of checks on that? Okay, Okay, Stella, you give me yours in the tower.
Yeah.
That's another 20. Dirty 20.
Once again, you think that she would not try to kill Rev if Strahd asked her to.
That was a very single-minded question, Reverend. Or answer.
He
That
said
was a
kill
very
us.
single-minded. That was a very single-minded question or answer. I keep saying question. I believe that she wouldn't kill you, but I also believe that she may not have the same answer for other people in our party.
Yes. She is not helping her cause very much, is she?
That is
All right.
3 questions.
Are you purposely trying to cause discord within our party?
What was the question?
Are you purposely trying to cause discord within
The entire party.
the entire party? Yeah.
No.
You guys believe her. All of you believe her.
Do you wish to be a good person?
Stop. As you start to say that, I push you out of the way.
You can't
I
ask the
step
question.
in and I push you out of the way, and I get between you and Stella Walker and shout you down and say, "Do you denounce Strahd as your friend and ally? Do you denounce Strahd as your friend and ally?"
Silence. No, you don't answer that.
You
You don't
Oh.
answer that.
Why doesn't
And
she
is it-
answer that?
Because he's not a spellcaster.
Oh, I see.
And as I realize that she's not going to answer, I just stand back up and look at fucking Reverend. And I am not happy at all. I made a deal. I had a gentleman's agreement.
Huh?
At least that was your interpretation of your conversation, right?
I was quite clear in my request. And then
No.
as she doesn't speak, I just walk right through you. Like just walk through your space and just storm off.
You said if she does not renounce him, she can leave. So we can ask her that question in person.
We were asking it now. Good night, Reverend.
I mean,
Do as you will.
I mean, you don't have to be a dick about it.
I'm being a dick about it.
Somebody else's life.
When you say you don't have to be a dick about it, I turn around with my mace and said, "You have not seen me be a dick about it." And then I go into.
Gotta have our time in there.
Okay,
First.
that's fine. All right, I'm heading towards the tower.
Sexy
I'm making
time
my
in
way
the
to the
tower.
tower, and you will have your time to do whatever you're doing in there.
Yeah, go ahead and do that one now, like before I ask the last question.
All right, Rathskeller sees Jide come in, and he's gonna say to him telepathically, "Well, Mr. Jide, it seems apparent that you have something on your mind. Would you like to share?"
How I want to word this. There are a whole bunch of sissies out there. None of them got balls to do what it does to get ahead. You seem to have those balls.
He's He's been looking at your balls.
I can see the size of your balls in your back.
Yes, my I do have a bulge. It's very bulging.
Lord.
He's gonna look at Jide and is it safe to say that since he did that flashback last session, that stuff could be on his surface thoughts a little bit?
I think most everything is on Judge Surface Thoughts.
Well, he's gonna look at him and he's gonna say, "I couldn't agree with you more, Mr. Jide." And then he's gonna kind of look at him puzzled, study him a bit, and he's gonna say, "Is it true that this Dr. Heckle is looking for some sort of cure for you?"
Oh, perfect timing. The little man's weak. Him for a while. He's really let himself go. That's why you have me now.
That's why what?
That's why you have me now.
Oh. And he's gonna look at him, he's like, "Yes, on the contrary, you are the one that should be looking for a cure for him. For you, Mr. Jide, you are absolutely perfect in every way." And then he's gonna look at him some more, and he's gonna kind of look almost sad at him. And he's gonna say, "I told you that I was an artist. I am an artist. I am a mean artist. And you know, in my line of work over the years, I line between pleasure and pain. That line has been blurred so much that I can't tell the difference between them anymore. There's an even finer line between respect and fear. You work for me, and I will give you what you have always wanted. The beast of Barovia will strike fear in the hearts of every soulless person in this wretched land. Why, even Strahd himself will shiver in his boots at the sound of your name. What I can offer you is more valuable than gold, more precious than any gems, and more powerful than any magical items. For what I offer you, Mr. Jide, is respect, or fear, however you want to look at it. And those equal power. What do you say?
And he is just eating this up. I mean, he's giving the whole head shake. Yeah, I'd like the sound of that. Yeah. And
Go ahead.
Oh, you see, he's just going to kind of looking around. Yeah. And you're just going to see that big old forearm come out and just like reach out for like a gentleman's handshake.
Shake your hand, and
as you reach out though, like he don't grab your hand, he just grabs your forearm. It's like the whole like the forearm, just like the.
Oh yeah, the bro shake, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does it too back, and he's like, "Welcome aboard, practical Jide."
And about as you all are shaking hands, as you all are shaking hands and declaring your love for one another, and your new tag team The shadow walks in. And we'll after Stella's last question.
All right, I'm gonna take a little break. Baby's
Yep.
going ape shit.
Yep. That poor bastard. All right, Rev.
I'll look to y'all, and I'll look to Salim, and I'll hang my head a little bit. Yes, indeed, that was a little bit probably out of line. I will ask his question.
We must know.
I feel I already know the answer to this. That the only person that has ever shown her any sort of affection, she will say no.
Let's hear it in her own words, then.
Yes. To improve this world, Stella, will you help us defeat Strahd and renounce him?
Oh.
Strahd is not my god. I can renounce Strahd.
It's a 26.
Can you use inspiration points on these rolls?
Absolutely.
The more we use him, the more he'll give them out.
Just you said Strahd is not your god. You renounce.
I can renounce him.
Salim, you are all kinds of convinced. Reverend, you are also all kinds of convinced. Y'all, you've never cast this. You're not you cast spell. You've never read a dead person before, and it's difficult. You've had a hard time really grasping what she's been saying, and how truthful she has been with you. But there's something about her wording, something about the answer that she gave. Perhaps because she said, I can renounce him, as opposed to saying, I will, or I do renounce him.
Oh, Stella
makes you very leery and suspicious.
Oh, man.
However, Rev and Salim, as I said, you completely 100% truthful and has no intention, or has every intention, or would be very happy to renounce Strahd if she is given the opportunity. Which for you, Salim, is something, because you have been, you have trusted her the least, perhaps, certainly of this group. So,
yeah, I'm just gonna look up to Salim and Rev and see what they think.
I'm out of earshot, I assume, Jerry.
Gone inside.
Okay.
I would say with it being a 14, I would say it's more of a wide-eyed hope. Like I believe two of her other statements, so I'm leaning towards belief. I do have a lot of faith in y'all, even though he's, this whole journey for him, he's been coming into his own, in battle, in speaking out, and kind of people as much as I have and stuff like that. So I do have a lot of faith in him. And I look to Salim and I see a kind of faint glimmer of hope in his eyes as well. And then I just kind of look at y'all and say, I mean, it is hard to read a corpse, like we can only tell so much from some of the inflections. So she has claimed she will not kill me, which is bully for me, but you guys not so much.
Bully for me.
Y'all, she likes you, and I don't, I do think it's only you put her in a corner. She cannot say that she will not defend herself. She does not currently wish anybody any harm, but we cannot say that she will forever be that way.
Just because she says she can doesn't mean she will. Something about that answer just doesn't sit right with me.
Are you sure? For the first time since she joined our party, I actually believe her.
Yes, Salim is
and sold. She's looking pretty hot these days.
Here, prop her up.
Only in death can she persuade.
She's so much prettier when she can't talk.
Oh my God.
You go take that, Jan.
She's done.
She's out of
speaking.
questions. She
no
can't
choice.
answer anymore.
Can't answer any more questions.
She is out of luck. I'm like,
Oh man.
Wow.
sleight of hand when she's dead.
She'll still get it though, because she's like plus.
Yeah,
18
she's got
or
plus
some
10 on
shit.
everything.
You look down and her corpse is holding her own saw.
Oh,
My head kind of falls with that.
I'm just gonna say this, guys. She rolled a killer roll. She had a 24.
Of course she did.
Oh,
And
She's stacked on Dex and Charisma,
she's stacked
And-
on
which is
everything.
all she seems to ever need.
She is stacked.
and then y'all rolls the 26.
Has she ever rolled a check on anything that wasn't Dex or Charisma? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, we've made her do some wisdoms, and she's failed a lot of wisdoms.
Okay. Yeah, wisdom doesn't seem like it would be her forte.
You ever heard of a wise cat?
There are no wise cats.
Just sly. All right. What now? Oh, yeah. So let's go back. The shadow.
Shadow's coming in.
You come in. You throw aside the curtain, and you see Jide and Rathskeller locked in a big bro handshake.
And passionate embrace.
Jide's got his chest all out. He's pumping Rathskeller's hands about 100 miles a minute.
Rathskeller is looking at him so pleased right now too. I mean, it's like he's the happiest he's been in months.
Yeah. So, what is your response to that, Shadow?
So I'm kind of already in a not very good mood from the way I left the party outdoors.
In a bit of a huff, I would say.
In a bit of a huff, a stoic huff.
God, my wife. It's all day long.
I walk inside and I see this after I've just left in a huff. And I say, "Gentlemen, am I interrupting something?"
Rathskeller sees you come in. He's like, you can hear this too. He's like, timely entrance. I wonder how it's going out there.
Not as well as some would like. I'll say, kind of not betraying everything because I don't really care to share my mind with you.
That's understandable. He's not going to probe your mind or anything like that. He's just going to look at you. He's going to let go of Jide and kind of like, pat him on the back, and he's going to say, I told you earlier, Mr. Shadow, that I think you are one of the most perfect specimens I've ever seen. My offer still stands. You're more than welcome to come to work for me. I promise you would not regret it, especially if you have some disdain for what's happening in the party right now. I think our objectives align with each other, even though we may go about them in different ways. There is
Speak
always
plainly
different
if you
means.
can. What are you offering?
Well, I don't like to get my hands dirty, so to speak. I like to have someone else do my dirty work for me, maybe protect me if I get in some trouble. Do what I say from time to time if such a task is, worthy.
I will protect anyone who shares a campfire with me. And if someone breaks the peace, it will not be me. Can you say the same?
Well, I can tell you this, there's been so much animosity towards me since I got here, and I really don't know why. I've killed no
Would
one.
you
I
like
have.
me to tell you?
Why, sure, please, go ahead.
You were found over our companion with a bloody dagger. It is only sensible that people would make assumptions. You and the murder weapon is in your hand. Now I will freely admit that it has come to light that Stella is the perpetrator. And that is the only reason that I have not pursued this further with you, is we have our suspect confessed and sentence delivered. But surely you can understand why we would be suspicious of you.
He looks at you and he smiles and he kind of chuckles. He's like, of course I understand. How could anyone else see it? But I can assure you, I have no desire to kill any of you. Why, you all seem to be doing quite well at that on your own. What is it, 3 you have killed of your own party since I've been here? And me! She killed me too. I don't think I'm the one you need to be afraid of.
I'm not afraid of anyone here.
Everyone is afraid of something.
You do not know me.
And you don't know me.
I think I do.
And we'll go back outside. What is happening at the moment on the outside?
I'm struggling.
Are you going to rest and then attempt to bring her back? What do you want to do?
I definitely cannot do it now.
Why can't you do it now?
I'm out of spell slots.
Doesn't have the spell slots.
Who needs a spell slot? Just cast.
I'll just hang my head and say, I just think about it. Is there any way we can? Shit.
I'll tell you what, you think about
I
it.
can bring her back regardless. Should we bury her?
Real quick. How about you guys? I want everybody except for James to drop down into DM chat.
Okay.
What about me? What
Can
about
I
Ralph?
actually? Can I ask?
Go ahead.
Can I ask y'all and Salim to come down to player chat with me? So, like, while they were in there talking and we did that cut, can we do a little convo to see?
Sure.
Never mind.
No, I'll go to player.
Okay.
So we're going to DM chat.
Yeah, you and Tut and
I gotcha.
And Joe Bubba. Joe Bubba's not here. Go to DM chat.
Oh man.
I actually have another spell slot that I could use Revivify, but
I mean, you can say, yeah, and it's one of those things. Like,
I'm just one of those where I'm so stuck right here on the line between.
yep. And I do believe, like, we believed her when she was saying what she was saying, but we still know that she was devious with some of the I'm a
Right.
cat. What do you do you trust a cat? You know, and the Strahd thing. So
I wish
like,
there was some type of way to put a fail safe on her whenever she does turn or some shit like that.
yeah, and I mean, I would just be not wanting to, like, I have devoted my person now. Like I said, I would give my life for any of you guys, and I mean that. I want to protect you guys. So to me, my argument is, will bringing her back cause more harm and more death, either in our party or in other ways? It's like, I know that I am safe and I believed her, but the fact that anybody else puts her in a corner, she might kill them.
Right.
And the risk reward thing, it's like, it's sad, and like,
Yeah.
it's like another broken that I can't, like Atlas. It was a broken thing he couldn't fix. So I understand his, I just don't understand the going through with killing her, but I can justify not bringing her back, like, in my head.
Right. My main thing now is I know that the Shadow and Jide will probably be pretty pissed.
Yes.
I was wondering if there's a way that we can almost keep her. I don't know.
I have 10 days. I'll
Because we
tell
could.
you guys.
Oh,
I'll tell
that's
you
true.
two. I cast General Repose. I have 10 days to be able to revivify her.
Okay.
So we don't have to make the decision now.
Right.
And we could even leave. And if one of us, if we ever, he said this is our base of operation. If we bury her and come back within 10 days, I can bring her back.
Right.
And my only thing is, do we have to take the concession of letting him stake her? If she is working with Strahd and Strahd can bring her back as a vampire, we wouldn't want that either.
Strong ass vampire.
Right. We definitely wouldn't want that against us, and because we then wouldn't have brought her back, and he brought her back, so that would even more bully,
Right. Because my main thing is I'm just wondering how we can, if we bring her back, how we can keep her from the Shadow and Jide to just minimize infighting, or how we can smooth that over. Because at this point, my main goal is just try to get us back to at least some kind of.
Yeah. Well, I think the only way that I now can mend the way with the Shadow is to not stop him from staking her, and not revivify her.
I mean,
and because that was the only way he'll believe that we even asked the question. Because I mean, he hopefully will believe you two, but he now is mad
because
at
if
me
we
and
go,
probably won't believe.
the one way I think we can smooth it over with the Shadows, if we walk in and we tell him that she said that she would renounce him, basically, because you guys fully believe that. I'm the only one
we
that
can tell him
has
what she said.
yeah.
Yes.
Small inkling of. I think there might be a little bit of truth about it.
Right.
But
but like I said, I always want to discuss with the party everything anyway before we take rash action. So
right.
I can't revivify, you can, but let's take the night. I have time. But I
What's
wouldn't share with the
Salim's
others how long
opinion
I
on
have to do
this?
it.
I don't think Salim is really in a position to have much of an opinion. I've given myself over to the fact that I am ready to just go along to get along at this point. So if you all agree, if you all can come to an agreement, that agreement. Does that make sense?
Yep. So I would say he said come back, and so I think we got
Yeah, we've got some time to think on it, but if we do want to, if we wanted to maybe bring her back and then almost keep her at distance, but that also gives Strahd an ability or a chance to go fuck with her.
Yeah.
So,
You guys, you can come back up.
all right. Yeah, I'd say we got that.
We have a night. And I'm not gonna
Yeah,
tell them
we
to
got a
hold
little
on
bit
that
to do
night.
it. Yeah,
My only big thing,
that's true too.
who knows.
Oh
All right.
well.
Alrighty.
Ice trainer.
Very fun.
All right.
Sure.
Now you should hear the dark gift that he just took.
Oh, you're coming back?
No.
Oh.
All right. So I think we're coming back inside. We have the night. We can discuss what the questions were asked, and let's go on in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, y'all. Before we go in there, I was going to ask.
You're gonna leave her outside?
If there is a chance, does your hut not let anybody in? Can you specify who can and cannot get in and out of it?
Don't you
9
have to concentrate on that?
medium size or smaller can fit. The fail saves, creatures, and
Is there
objects.
concentration on that?
No.
Because I do not want to take the body inside, and I want to keep it protected from anybody moving it, disturbing it while we rest.
It just says fail saves. I don't know. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. So from what I can tell, I'd be able to specify. Spells and other magical effects can extend. Atmosphere inside is comfortable and dry regardless of weather.
Sounds like a keeper.
Sounds like you can. So, what level spell is that?
It's a third. I've got one more.
Okay. So, if you don't mind, maybe before we decide what we do for the evening, I just don't want them to bring that body inside. I don't want any. I want to kind of guard it if I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Justification is for the werewolves.
Yeah.
Save it from the werewolves who are obviously watching still. So, yep.
Okay. And I mean, I can say out here, I'll offer that anybody who wants to stay in there. Well, not anybody, because
I will stay in there with her.
no. The way Slim was talking, he can't stay in there either. He was talking about how good she looks.
Oh God, that's so gross, man. Not that she doesn't look good; she looks good, but it's just she's dead.
I'm not a necrophiliac. Come on.
You necrophiliac.
All right, let's go discuss with the group. I always preach, let's talk to the group. So let's go talk to the group.
Okay. I'll just move you guys up in here.
Yep.
I like to stay closer to the door if I can. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
We have asked our questions. Wait, I'm in German. I did not mean to do German. Now we asked our questions. We talked to Stella.
Oh my God!
We asked her if she wanted any. We asked her if she wished the party any harm, and she said no. But at this point in time, it doesn't say to the future, so who knows about that one. I believed her when she said it. We asked if she would betray our trust, and the little vixen said, "Well, I'm a cat. Do you ever trust a cat?" I asked if Strahd asked if she would kill us. She said she would not kill me, my pet. So that's, yay. Like I said outside, bully for me.
Now he's French again.
Yes.
I don't trust Stella or your accent.
Now I asked her if she would cause discord in the party, and she said
That
no.
sounds like Yosemite Sam.
And the last question I asked was if she would renounce Strahd. and she said, Strahd is not my god, I can renounce him. We did insight checks and we mostly believed her for everything, but she is a dead person, so she was just mouth moving. She wasn't, moving her arms about, and it was kind of
Not
hard
a
to
lot of
read.
gesticulation.
Yes, but
She was
I
gesticulating.
believed her words, but they vacillated in trickiness. I have sworn myself to protect the party as much as possible. She was included in that, so my allegiance was to try. But I do not wish harm to come upon any of you, so I will go with whatever decision we wish as a group. I always talk about talking these things out and not rashly reacting.
So you relayed. I'm just trying to be crystal. You relayed word for word what she said about
Yes.
Strahd. Do I need to roll a check and see if that would stick in my ear correctly or incorrectly, Jared?
You're
Or
more than welcome to roll a check and see to roll an insight check on that. See what you think.
And
All
Shadow,
right.
I am sorry for not being strong enough the first time.
And I accept your apology. I've come to expect weakness in this party.
There you are, being a dick again.
I'm getting back.
And I assume Salim and y'all are backing up what he's saying. Or
Yep.
staying there silently.
But before, he's gonna wait for everybody's reaction.
Check.
Yes.
Y'all's not giving me any kind of a look or anything like that while I do this. I'm just doing it straight.
No, not the last one. I'm just waiting for everybody else's reactions.
Okay, that doesn't. I will. Particularly odd.
Yeah, I would say you're good. You're buying what they're selling, picking up what they're putting down.
I appreciate you asking that question, Reverend. It is vital for me.
And what do you make of our answers?
I will take her at her word for now.
I fear you seem the man who does not fear much. If we do bring her back, do you fear this child? Or will this be a constant thing where we are threatening to murder her all the time?
I will not be the one to betray trust. If she cannot be trusted and she betrays that trust, she will answer for it. I will not hesitate to deliver justice. But as long as she is loyal to me, I will not be the one to break the peace.
To jibe. You surely do not fear this girl. You already tried to decapitate her once and killed her.
Giant ain't scared of jack diddly shit.
Rathscaller will stop him and say, Mr. Jide, please. And he's going to, pat him on the shoulder and kind of calm him down because it kind of sounded like he was getting.
He just kind of shrugs it off like, okay, yeah, whatever.
I mean, we need to be together as a group. This needs to be almost unanimous because we can't have continued dissension. If she needs to If we bring her back and just tell her she cannot stay with us because you do not trust her, that is also on you. But I do not fear her, but that's because she has verbally said such, and her whims could change, and she may. Who knows? But I'm willing to take that risk. I just don't want to be the spokesperson here that is then responsible for future actions. We have to give her the chance to either see how we act and try to be. We've been trying to save people in this horrible place. So if we show that example to her about making the right decisions and the right choices, she will hopefully learn these choices and see what Strahd has done to this place.
Is he saying this to Jide or to the whole party?
I'm saying this to everybody because, like I said, I don't. We can't have continued, as y'all has said. We need to be one in our decisions and where we're going and what we're doing, and at least speaking about if we have disagreements. But we can't be constantly infighting. And
I will not be fighting with anyone. If she gives any indication that she were in league or loyal to or had sympathies with Strahd, that would be a major problem for me. I would have zero tolerance for that. Other than that, as long as she's loyal to the party, I will have no problems with her whatsoever.
Okay. So can I check? Did you see her wave to Strahd? I know we talked about it. Did you see her, or would you have tried to kill her as soon as you would have seen her?
I don't remember. I don't. Honestly, I can't answer that. Honestly, I don't recall. But she said it. What set me off is when she said it in plain language right before Aklis poisoned her. She just said it point blank, and saying that to me is there's nothing worse that you could say. I mean, we are enemies, and I kill my enemies. And you said we're here to save people. I'm not here to save people. I'm here to kill vampires and Strahd most of all. You have died in that over the millennium in that quest, and more men will die. And if more men have to die, then so be it. That's the way it's going to go.
I mean, metagaming wise, I don't see how we could. I know Jidus had his issue with her already. I mean, he's not for it. But again, that's a complete metagaming standpoint.
When you said most of us, were you like insinuating at Rathskeller? Or just Jide?
us is Jide. That's two people.
Or we could take the night to think about it. I have some time. I just ask that we leave her body in peace. Hopefully some protection from y'all's hut to keep the body safe from werewolves and anyone else wishing to.
Is anybody going to speak up and really put their foot down if he brings her back? That's where we are. I mean, I've made.
Rathskeller's going to speak up right now and say, "A hair on that beautiful girl's head."
And when he says Jide kind of gives an odd look around. He's in league with him, but he's kind of like,
Well, Jide, I mean, you seem to have the biggest issue, and I just want to see why, like, what it was, what makes us feeling so strong about her.
Well, let me tell you something. And he takes his glasses off. He just completely takes them off. I'm at my peak right now. I don't need no trollop to bring me down. We've been one, and as the leader of this group, formerly the leader, but now taking over my leader role once again. I don't see how we can trust this woman. You know, we're a brotherhood here. One for one, one for all, and she's been all for everybody else except for us and herself.
Her actions have saved lives, saved our lives.
Our actions ain't done jack diddly shit except for split the party and kill one of our faithful.
I'm just going to remind everybody else right now that the shadow is. There's no way that he could be aware that Stella stole. In lieu of delivering a medicine check or whatever to Zlatan Miroslav, she stole his wand instead. He has no way of knowing that.
You can count on one hand. He's like doing the whole macho man. He's counting them down. You can count on maybe one good, but I can count on two hands of the bad.
You can count?
1, 2, but
Yeah, nobody knows. I mean, he was talking about.
you keep your
That was
mouth
his
shut,
6th
y'all.
level skill, was counting.
That's a feat.
But I mean, he's pretty emphatic here. I mean, of course, he wasn't outside. You were going on. He didn't give a rat's ass what you had to say. He was already against it. He just has continually thought she is no good. And whenever she started instantly trying to steal Oglethorpe.
You see Rathscaller watching Jai do all this, and he's just
breathing so heavy.
He's looking in awe of his practical. He's just like, oh, this is. He's just thinking to himself, this is
Me, because it's one of those probably not even seeing Jai'd ever really care about any of us. Always, talking shit. So him to act struck by Oglethorpe's loss is just shocking.
Well, no, he was never in control. He was just kind of an avatar, shall we say, for a while.
So as you all continue to have your discussion, camera fades to black on the lower level of the tower. And it comes back up with an aerial view of a sleepy village, one of which we have not seen before. And overlooking this village, it's a good-sized village, one of the larger that you've seen. Up cliffs overlooking this village is a huge, very large building, one of the in the castle, Strahd's castle that you have seen in Barovia. And it is a faint gleam of the moon struggles to shine through the mists. We see the walls surrounding this large building on top of the cliff that overlooks this village. Surrounded by trees, stepping out of the trees and up to the wall, we see a lithe figure of a woman. Throws a little rope with a hook up to the top of the wall, and climbs over and drops down on the other side. This is what she looks like.
cool.
Oh, sick. Got a
Yes,
robotic
sword.
leg.
And then we fade to black again. And we see the tower once again out on this little peninsula. The shore of the lake in which this peninsula juts out. You see a patch of fog, patch of mist, probably 10 to 15 feet radius. And we hear splash come out of the mist. And the mist clears away. And we see a small halfling figure that we saw earlier this evening being drowned splash his way up out of the pond, or out of the lake. He gets onto the shore, tries to dry himself off, looks around, not knowing. His last memory being that of the traveling woman holding him under the water. And he sees the tower. And he begins walking in that direction. And that is where we'll pick up next week.
Awesome.
Great game, fellas.
And
Well
why do I
done,
have to get
folks.
journal tonight?
I got a question for you, CJ, outside of session.
Yeah.
How much? I want to know how much you felt that you were doing what you wanted to do versus what you felt like you were compelled to do on behalf of Reverend.
I think everything is based on Raylan, cleric of life, wanting to give people the chance. He has believed a lot of the things that she's said as far as, the abuse patterns and all those kind of things that I really don't think she, being good and trying to, she's all been surrounded by, we've seen evil surrounded all that kind of stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It permeates the place. So it's kind of a try to redeem somebody, somebody who hasn't had a chance yet. Like it's if they're stuck in a childlike state of, thinking they're a cat, they steal things, they do that kind of stuff. I mean, me personally, I think she probably would turn on us and do some things, and it's probably not a good decision to bring her back. But I have said to everybody, I'm trying to preserve life and keep everybody going. If it takes my life to save your guys's, I will, and that means her too. So,
Well, then please use Revivify on me, Rathkeller, because I'm dying of boredom here. I'm just kidding.
Well,
That's awesome.
Just took a little note, a little post that I had on my computer. It's making me so sad to crumple it up and throw it in the trash. I had a little note, a little reminder. Take away Aklis's natural.
Oh.
Gift.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's harsh.
Well, you die.
Now
you have to roll them
loses
first.
his wands. Now he loses his wands.
True.
Yeah, I think I only got to take it away one time.
When does UK play? Well, UK play on. They won't play on Sunday, right?
Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah,
right.
I'm out of town until Sunday. I don't know what time I'm going to be back on Sunday. So,
Do we want to plan on Monday?
So okay. I'll be back. I'll be there.
I'll be
on
at
Monday.
The hotel, so I don't know how that hotel setup's going to be, but
yeah, I don't know what my schedule is going to be like on Monday. I have to fly on Monday. I'll check and see.
Okay,
that could be tough.
I definitely couldn't do it during the week, but I could do it getting in early enough to the hotel on Sunday, so I should.
Where are you going, Sage?
New Orleans.
Oh, cool. For what?
Yeah. 4 days and then hanging out 4 more, I think, or 3 more.
There you go.
You should have gone down early and you could have seen Oathbreaker run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that one, but
where are you staying, CJ?
I'm staying at the Lowe's the first 3 nights, and
okay.
then Jen's coming down the other 3 nights.
Staying at Lowe's.
You've been before?
Home Depot full.
I went for Mardi Gras right after the Saints won the Super Bowl.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was Katrina happened, and then they won the Super Bowl, and I didn't meet one angry person the entire time I was there.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, very cool.
Or one sober person the entire time.
Or one person with a shirt on.
So wait, we're not playing the 24th.
Well, I mean, like I said,
We're not going to do the
I'm
25th.
getting there early enough, and I don't know how their Wi-Fi is going to be, but I can probably,
It should be
my
fine.
phone, I'll be able to Discord at least. Whether I can get my computer to work or not, that's another
John,
thing.
do we know how long Brent and Josh are staying?
I don't know, and I'm flying on Monday. I don't remember what time my flights are. It could be a problem for me to.
Let's kind of just put a pin in this coming Sunday. Because there's ball games and everything going on that night. Got people traveling. And I've tried to play on hotels before, CJ.
It is.
Yeah.
Because the bandwidth.
I played in a hotel a couple months ago, and it was great.
Or was it?
Yeah, it was with y'all.
Well, yeah, and I might have to have dinner with my boss or something like that. I don't know, or one of my bosses or whatever. So I'm not really sure about it.
So we can just kind of.
But I'm again flying out super early the Sunday after on the 31st and coming home. But that's Easter, I think, right? So are we playing?
I mean, I'm okay with playing Easter, but
I can't play Easter.
Okay.
I'll be going out of town Easter.
How long are you out of town, James?
We'll be coming back on the following Sunday.
Okay. How about this? What? Let me ask you guys this: could we play? All right, let's tentatively plan on keeping our regular game on the 24th, and then we'll get it figured out. And if it won't work, if CJ, if you get down there and it just the hotel Wi-Fi is not going to work, or
when do you get down there, CJ? Maybe you can get on a day early and make sure you can still load in and all that stuff.
Like I said, I'm getting there at like 10 or 10 or 12, so I should be able to just go straight to the hotel and try it out.
Okay. All right. So
I'll text you and say, hey, can you put up the server, and I'll try to get in.
Okay, so we'll plan on that, and if we need to change it, then we'll figure something out.
Cool. Well, everybody have a great week.
Yeah, you too.
Same to you.
Yep. You guys have a good job. We'll start fighting.